2017 Wrangler National Finals Rodeo is alive and well in the city behind us, a beautiful city of Las Vegas, and a very special honor that we have the newly crowned Miss Rodeo Canada, Brittney Chomisek, right?
Yes.
Chomisek. Chomisek. Yeah. I'm almost there.
That's okay. It's a hard one, isn't it?
Awesome. But, you know, what a great week that you've had in Vegas, and the new Miss Rodeo America is being crowned on the 10th. And, you know, we see you around town and doing a lot of media. And tell us about what it's like being in Las Vegas, being the newly crowned Miss Rodeo Canada.
It's pretty darn exciting, I can tell you that. I came here on Sunday to kick off the Miss Rodeo America pageant with their welcome social, and I've been doing so much. It's so great to support the girls running for Miss Rodeo America because it is a stressful time. You're nervous about competing, and this is a big pageant, so to be there to support their girls, encourage them, it has been so amazing. And then I've been able to go to the Cowboy Christmases now that that's a kickoff. We had our first performance last night, which was absolutely great. Jake Vold took the go-around, which I was very proud to give him his buckle up there. I got to stand up there for his pictures, and that was pretty nice at the buckles presentation. But it's a really exciting week. I get to do so much with my sponsors because they are the reason I'm here. And I wouldn't be able to do the things I do as Miss Rodeo Canada without my amazing sponsors.
Absolutely. Let's talk about your sponsors, because not only a lot of people think, hey, you know, the dresses are part of it, the crown's part of it, the hat's part of it, the jewelry's part of it, but if you sit down and get to know the girls, there's a lot more that goes on, and everything you're wearing is pretty much sponsored. So talk to us about the crown, most importantly.
Crown is Montana Silversmith, and so is my buckle. This is actually our perpetual buckle. It gets handed down every year because we don't know who gets crowned right away, so it doesn't have our name on it. And this year, Montana's creating a whole new buckle for me. I have no idea what it looks like. I get it in Denver. I am so excited. And they also sponsor my jewelry, so my jewelry is also Montana Silversmith, which is really cool. Now, my leather dresses are the one thing that I don't get sponsored. They're my own kind of thing. I do lots of formal events here at the MRNA pageant, so I get to wear some of that stuff too. But if I'm not wearing my leather dresses, I have my Roper, Stetson, Tin Hall, Wrangler apparel, and then of course my Smith belt hats, what I absolutely love. I got this one, and then I also got a steel blue-gray color, which I'm very excited. But that one's at home because it was hard to bring so many hats here on the plane.
You know, and it's so nice to see Canada, Australia, everybody support, and you guys are actually an instrumental part of a viewing party right here at the home of the champions, the MGM Grand with Randy Taylor, and we got to witness that last night. It was pretty awesome.
That was so much fun. So MGM has treated me absolutely amazing. They're a great sponsor for me as well, so I get to help out in their viewing room. It was kind of, he's like, we're just going to feel out the night, see how it goes, and the crowd was amazing there. I was not expecting that. I felt like I was actually at the rodeo. The excitement, the cheering, they were just having such a good time there, and it was at MGM, and it's a great place to come because, I mean, your room's just across the hallway. You don't have to worry about traffic. Then the casino's right outside, so that's pretty good for the hotel too. So
now, you're only 20. Have you have you given any money to MGM over the week yet?
No. No, I haven't. Unfortunately, I am only 20. I'm just a baby, so.
Hey. It keeps you out of trouble for the most part around here,
no, it's been great. The City of Lights is so spectacular. It's such an honor to be here representing my country. I've been to the Wrangler National Finals before, but never from this perspective. It's completely different. I got to go to the Gold Buckle Room last night, which was really cool to see all the Gold Card members there and the excitement that they had for the Wrangler National Finals Rodeo. It was very entertaining to watch the viewing room and then to do the buckle presentations. It's completely different than just sitting on the side watching the rodeo.
Sure,
you're a part of everything.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of the emphasis around the first part of the WNFR is the MRA pageant and the competition. Huge. But let's talk about what a pageant is like to our neighbors to the north, because a lot of people don't know what you have to go through to become a Miss Rodeo Canada. So
so it's a little bit different. We don't have, you guys have state title holders. We don't have province title holders. So I had to hold a pro rodeo title, which was for my local city of Medicine Hat, and that was actually the only pro rodeo title I could qualify for, because we have qualifications based on how far you can live within the radius of that rodeo and requirements like that. So Medicine Hat was the only place I could run for. So I took that title to run for Miss Rodeo Canada, and it was a one-shot deal for me, which was a little bit nerve-wracking, but so much fun because I love my city. I was so honored to represent them when I went up there. And then for our pageant, it's kind of similar to MRA. It's a week-long pageant. We have our personal interviews, horsemanship, public speaking, modeling, all that fun stuff too. And it was great. I had 4 fantastic girls spent the week with me, and I couldn't have asked for any better friends throughout that week.
That's great. So there was 5 of you total?
Yes, there was 5 of us.
All
It
right.
was so exciting. It was practically a big sleepover of rodeo queens for an entire week. I mean, can't complain.
A lot of makeup and glitter.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
My roommate and I had like hairspray all over the room and glitter and brushes and makeup all over in the morning. But we were pretty organized. We had the very generous sponsor, the Chateau Lacombe, gave us some rooms there, and we had a nice big room to set up all our clothing, hat cans, boots, and we lined up all of our boots and everything to make sure we knew where everything was at. So we were very good roommates together that way.
Now, when you come to the United States, you do a lot, like you talked about. You're going to Denver. You'll probably do Cheyenne, Fort Worth, Houston, all that.
Yes.
What does it mean to have the MRA family as, you know, because a lot of times when girls travel the country, they have host families that are part of the MRA organization. What does it mean to have that camaraderie among not only girls but countries?
It's amazing. The sport of rodeo is one of the only sports really where you see each other helping each other out, pulling bull ropes, sharing horses, sharing traveling expenses, going down the road together. And the same with rodeo queens. If I had something break, I know a girl, one of the MRA competitors or even the lady in waitings would be like, I got you. I lost an earring back the other day and I had one of the lady in waitings, oh, I've got one in my purse. Like, not a problem. It's a really family-based sport, and not many sports are like that we're helping each other out. Even though we're competing against each other, you're almost competing against yourself because rodeo has so many factors. And same with queen pageants. It's not just you. You have animals, you have other people looking at what you're doing, and it's not just one person. And so it's very exciting to have that camaraderie between the two competing parties. It's not as scary, it's more fun, and you get to enjoy it with each other. And so now getting to see those girls compete and seeing the lady in waitings coming up, because I will be going to Florida with the new lady in waiting, and I will be going to Denver with the new lady in waiting. So I kind of get to meet them before I actually get there. So it's kind of nice to put a name to the face, and more exciting when you get to see them again. It's like, oh, I haven't seen it forever. It's great.
You know, and speaking of Florida, last night at the viewing party, I was able to sit with the Miss Teen Rodeo Florida and her family at our table, and she talked about just I can literally ask her anything about any of the MRA contestants, us, everything, and she will know absolutely. I mean, it 18 years old, it's crazy. Do you guys have a teen competition as well? Is there just one Miss Rodeo Canada?
No, there's just one Miss Rodeo Canada. So we don't have actually team pageants. We have our pro rodeo, and then we have like our high school rodeo queens. We don't have as many pageants as you guys do here in the States. So I tried to get the ball rolling in my city, and I started a little pee-wee contest for the Little Britches Sweetheart. So I'm trying to get it started a little bit, because it really is an experience being in a pageant. The unknown of not knowing what to expect with judging or even how to model and all that stuff, to start it out at a young age is very beneficial to kind of get that experience of public speaking, promoting, and those skills we carry on through life. Our interviews, we have to do job interviews, public speaking, you know, if you're doing a board presentation, and if you are in rodeo, horsemanship is huge. So it's really a great life skill to be in pageants, and you use it your entire life. So to start them off very young would be very beneficial, and then they get some experience, because for myself, I ran for Medicine Hat, and that was my first pro rodeo title and my first queen pageant. And I ran straight for Canada then. So I went from one pageant to running for a national title. So it'd be really cool to get the ball rolling a bit more in my local community to try to get some more pageants, because we had some, but they've closed down a little bit, and so it's starting to come back up again. So I'm excited.
Let's talk about that, because we do have some viewers in Canada. If they are local to where you're at in Medicine Hat, tell them about how, if they have little kids and they want to try to get involved and get them into pageants, explain to them how they can do that.
Yeah, so for the Little Britches Sweetheart in Medicine Hat, you have to be 12 years of age or younger as of January 1st, and they can use their 4-H speeches. Parents can be down there for horsemanship. Modeling is just fun, and it's only a 2-day pageant because they are young. They're in school. I don't expect them to take a full week out of their schooling to come do this. And then once they get that experience, when you run for Medicine Hat, you just have to be 18. You have to live in a certain amount of radius. And it's just fun. You can use the exact same 4-H speech. You do the same modeling. It's set up the exact same. So it's a good starter to try the Little Britches pageant if you're of age. If not, you know, there are some clinics. We have the Miss Rodeo Canada seminar, which is put on usually in about springtime. That's amazing to go to. I went to that for every year it's been on except for this year, and it helped me so much. The Miss Rodeo Canada alumni is just incredible. Those are girls to look up to if you need a role model by far. They're still my role models, all of them.
Awesome. And then I know that you're busy, you got other engagements, but if folks want to follow you, how can they do that through social media and website?
Yeah, so we have the Miss Rodeo Canada Facebook page, so you can just search up Miss Rodeo Canada, and we also have an Instagram page, Twitter, and Snapchat. I'm a little new on some of the things, so I just actually got on the social media this last week, so I'm a little bit new.
Wait. You're 20 and you're just on social media?
I didn't have Facebook until I ran for Medicine Hat, and because to be on the royalty page, you have to have a Facebook page. So I was learning so much last year. Like the live feeds were coming out and the pokes, and I was like, my princess was explaining, it's okay, this is how you fix this is how you do this is where these buttons are, and I was like, can you set it up for me? Like I had no idea how to do it. So it's really been an experience because social media is so powerful. It's a great way to advertise your pageants, your rodeo committees, and your country even, and your cowboys. It's free advertisement. It's been a great experience to learn from.
Speaking of cowboys, there's a bunch of great Canadian cowboys and cowgirls.
There's 9 of them here this year.
It's amazing. And
I've been so excited. It's such an honor to be here with so many Canadians and to watch them compete. I'm so excited to see how the week goes, and they're all fantastic, kind-hearted people, and so it's so great to be here with them.
What's your favorite memory so far of the NFR?
So far, I'd have to say the back patch night because I got to watch my Cowboys receive their numbers, and then I also brought a Canadian flag with me, so I got to picture with a few Canadians there, and there was a trick rider, Shelby, she was there as well, and I got to see her too, so that was pretty exciting and such a big event to watch, so it was nice to be a part of it.
Absolutely, and you know, we couldn't do it without our gracious hosts, the MGM Grand right here, the home of the champions, and later tonight they can see both of us right down at the viewing party downstairs with Randy Taylor. So if you're in town, come on down. It's a free viewing party, first come, first serve. Tables, plenty of beverages and food to see at the David Copperfield. What is it? Is it his arena, David Copperfield?
Think so.
Yeah, I think that's where he does it.
The Copperfield room.
Yep, the Copperfield room. So come on down. It's free of charge. Doors open at 5:45. This is Jason Hetland with RodeoRoundup.com with your newly crowned Miss Rodeo Canada.